Prove me wrong. Prioritizing your happiness is childish. It's gonna be an interesting one. When you, as an adult, prioritize your happiness over everything, you aren't sacrificing it anymore. And how about this? Prioritizing your happiness is childish because for you to prioritize your happiness over everything is selfish. We are put on this earth to help one another. Society is the way it is right now because everyone is so selfish and self absorbed and worried about being happy. The irony in not looking for happiness and by fulfilling a purpose and a goal, which is usually through some sort of variation of helping people, other people, is that you actually become happy by doing those things. Some of the most happiness I find in actually my purpose in life is to, my personal purpose, I believe, is to raise my family, so raise my kids and my family, and help the youth. So, like, guide the youth and be the mentor and father figure that most young black children do not have. I say all this to say prioritizing your happiness is childish. Being so focused on being happy over everything usually puts you in positions where you are unhappy. Because when you're looking for happiness and willing to do anything to be happy, you usually end up messing yourself up. Because for you to be wanting to be happy, you obviously don't understand what actually makes you happy because you aren't happy. But the thing I found, like I just said, is most happiness comes from serving others and doing things for other people. A big issue with this topic and why it's hard to really talk about it with other people is because a lot of people conflate peace and happiness. They think they're the same thing. I, as a man, like to come home to peace. Like I like to be able to have I like that you can have your own space and your own place to go cool down, chill off, and do what you want to do for a little bit of time. You know what I'm saying? For a couple hours, go indulge in your hobby, like when everything, all the dust settles. But striving for that, like for the dust to always settle, ultimately leads to depression and issues that will lead to more problems in your day to day than anything because wanting to always go rest and be happy will get you in a place where you're extremely stagnant, and it will also lead you to a place where you're more messed up than anything. Prioritizing your happiness is childish because to prioritize your happiness, you have to be worried about yourself and only yourself. I actually think most relationships, especially you can see this with marriages, come and go because someone is worried about their happiness. And based on the statistics, like I was saying, it seems that, especially since we allowed no fault divorce, I think that was the worst thing America has ever done. Honestly, I think it's the number one worst thing. I know that's crazy to say, outside of slavery. Like, we literally had slavery, and I think we had slavery, and I think no fault divorce is even worse. Because no fault divorce destroyed the family. At least in slavery, you had each other. It's all terrible though. I can't even lie. I'm not saying slavery wasn't bad. I'm saying this no fault divorce thing is ending the population. it's breaking up everybody from everybody. It's a reason that the American birth rate right now is like 1.6, and no civilization in human history has ever survived the birth rate going under 2.1. And that's why we have so many single parent households and so many single child households. And that's why the birth rate is so low. And then we got so many abortions going on and all blah, 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 blah. But a lot of that usually stems from people prioritizing their happiness. People want to just live hedonistic lives and do what they want to do. And I don't understand why people don't understand that you don't get to do what you want to do. And I think the biggest issue is because we don't have these conversations and we don't talk to people. So a lot of people end up having all type of fun. Like you get to have all type of fun. Like you get to go around, go to the clubs. You get to be hedonistic, do drugs, pleasure yourself. You know what I'm saying? Indulge in intimacy with other people, whoever you want, whenever you want. Because you don't get to tell nobody nothing. No, you can't judge nobody. We shouldn't chain nobody. Everybody should be able to do what they want as long as they don't hurt nobody. But what that leads to is a lot of regret in the future. It leads to a lot of regret. It leads to a lot of singleness. It leads to a lot of wasted time and money. And it leads to people in even more financial hardship with less time. And all of that stems from them wanting happiness. But if you was focused on helping other people and working with other people and having conversations to build people up, you wouldn't be spending so much money and time and enjoying yourself so much. Because one of the things I learned early, like very early on, through many trials and tribulations, I think I was about 18. It was about the time Juice WRLD died. But I learned that there are many black holes in life. And to me, I think the 5 black holes are indulging in women, indulging in money, indulging in drugs, and I don't remember the last 2, but the point is, there are too many things in this world. I think clothes is another one. There are too many things in this world where you can eternally just keep pouring into and not get a real reward, like long term for it. And when I learned that and like how bad it really is, and I'm happy I learned it so young and got to like even indulge in all that stuff, like to the point where I felt like, oh, this is not doing nothing for me. Even though I'm having the time of my life, I had the best time of my life. I done did all type of shit, bro. 23, but it taught me that the most important things that will make you perpetually happy all the time. I literally, bro, I enjoy everything about life. I see the beauty in everything. All I see is positivity, sunshine, flowers, and what will go right in life. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe in God and because I believe I experience true happiness through helping others and doing stuff. All I do is strive for greatness, and I think it's because I stopped worrying about being happy. I ain't cared about being happy since I was with my first girlfriend, and that was when I was the most unhappy in my life. And that's because she was worried about happiness, so I thought making her happy would make me happy, and it did. But her ass could never be happy because she was always worried about being happy. But outside of all that, stuff like that, it just taught me that, oh, like, yeah, this is fun right now, but what about after? What about after? Like, yeah, it's not going to ever stop being fun, which is the biggest issue. And I think that's why so many people get caught up and all that stuff. Because it's not going to ever stop feeling fun, but it's not going to be fun when you 38, working the same job, doing the same drugs, getting worse and worse, doing worse and worse people, and women or men, if you're a woman, dealing with worse and worse people, and your life's starting to fall apart, and you're getting closer to the age where you need to retire, and you need to have stuff set up for yourself so you're not homeless and messed up, you know what I'm saying? But everybody just want to have fun now. Everybody want to say, I'm not hurting nobody, but they don't realize, and they say it in the Bible, a sin against yourself is a sin against the body, so you hurting yourself. And I don't really want nobody to hurt themselves. And people get mad at me when I say, You shouldn't be hurting yourself. And I think it's like, I mean, hey, I ain't gonna lie, I'd rather you be mad at me than you hurt yourself. So I don't really care. Honestly, I say it 1,000 times. I argue with everybody on that topic. I argue with my uncle. I argue with whoever. It's usually older people or like, I don't know. A lot of people disagree with me on stuff, but like I don't really go back and forth with you about your life because it's like, bro, like you obviously don't care. Like, and not that I could care for you, but I need to at least let you know that you're tripping right now, because you too worried about being happy. Happiness and prioritizing happiness is childish. Like, listen, like, what about when you have kids? You got kids and you still worried about your happiness? You have people to take care of now. Like, now you have duty. You prioritizing happiness is for children. We need to do that and let kids be kids. They can have all the fun because when you grow up and be an adult, you got stuff to do now. And you just get a sense of purpose for doing what you're supposed to, especially when you see, I don't know, I guess this might just be me, but I get even more of a sense of purpose when I see everybody else having fun, doing drugs and turning up in the club and having sex with each other. Like it's just like if everybody's doing it, like you really like if everybody's doing it, why are you doing it? If everybody doing it, everybody think that's so funnified. Like, you think that's funnified too? And that's exactly why you at where you at. That's why you in the position that you in. That's why the stuff that's happening to you happen to you. That's why you attract the people that you attract, because y'all all doing the same stuff. And I know people always talking about I'm judging and I'm getting judgy, but it's like, I mean, I don't really care to judge you. I really just want to help you. But you gotta listen and let me help you. And I mean, if you don't want to listen, then I'll pray for you. I mean, we're gonna keep going on our paths regardless. That's why the conversation is, and that's why I made it in this format. Like, made these videos this way, because I'm gonna open a Discord and set it up to where I can actually Zooms and stuff, so I can actually speak to people actively, and I'll record that and post those too. But I want the discussion. I want people to hear what I gotta say, so before like it gets like antsy and we go all back and forth and stuff. Cause like I love doing that part, but I just want to make sure everybody hear each other. That's why I want y'all to comment and respond, so we don't gotta, you know what I'm saying? Not like people could, but I know stuff get rowdy because people get emotional, because these are some serious topics, you know what I'm saying? And I gotta make a video about that too. I gotta make a video about everything at this point, because like people don't want to have none of the hard conversations. Like people really worried about their happiness. Like, if you do the right thing, you're gonna be happy regardless. You're gonna be fulfilled. How are you not happy when you're fulfilled? If you're not happy when you fulfill, you ain't never been fulfilled, bro. That's the only answer. Like, think about not what you want to do. Don't think about what you want to do right now. Answer this question. What makes you feel the most fulfilled? Like, what do you do that makes you feel fulfilled? Not that makes you feel good. Like not just like something like that makes you feel good when you do it. I'm talking about something that makes you feel like you're doing the right thing in life. Like you are on the right path in this world. What is that thing for you? Find out what it is and let me know. We can talk about it. Cause we need to start telling people to go work on and indulge in the things that benefit them, even if it's hard or like kind of a struggle. Like, if it like take a little work to get there, like the good stuff take work, but that's the good part about it. I don't know why people don't realize you really only gotta work at it and be successful in it one good time. Especially in the world of social media, everybody get to see it. Like when that becomes your brand, that's what you are. Then you up, and then now people know that's what you are, and then they'll come to you for it. You gotta, when you get better in life, people come to you for certain things. Like, they come to you and then you can help them. So it's literally a self-fulfilling, like I said, like it's like a cyclical, like it just all like, that's why the rich get richer. It's stuff like that. Like, when you're doing the right thing, you're gonna be in better positions to do more of the right thing, and it's gonna be more. It's gonna make you more fulfilling, more in your place in the world. And God rewards those who do what they're supposed to do. Like, there's no way. There's no way you think you're supposed to be just living hedonistic and trying to have fun at all times. Like, it's just no way you think that right now. Like how old are you? How old are you, bro? I think that's another thing I gotta talk about, bro. I think everybody getting too old. Like, people call me wise for my age of 23. I say, I guess, relatively speaking, yeah, I guess I am, because all I did, like, for the most part, like, obviously I played games and had fun, and like I said, I did a lot of stuff other people did, but at the same time, for the most part, one of the biggest things I always did was try to learn how to be better in that, because I also focus on relationships and leveling up as a man and being a man and like a leader, like helping people learn from me so I could make sure I am properly leading and taking care of everybody who need to be taken care of. I learned that you gotta you gotta sacrifice. Like, you gotta make the hard decisions. You got to. Somebody got to, especially as a man, bro. As a leader, like as an adult. You don't always get to do what you want to do. There's nothing wrong with that. That's why it's even better when you finally get to do what you want to do. Prove me wrong. Prioritizing your happiness is childish. Let me know how you feel about that in the comments, man. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on what I had to say. I'll keep leaving the link down in the description. I appreciate y'all for watching. I appreciate all the support. I feel like I'm going up rather fast, not gonna lie. Especially like zero promotion, like all word of mouth promo and shares and stuff. I appreciate y'all for real. Like, I really be looking at the comments. I watch my own videos constantly, like every day. Like, I be so excited to make another one. That's why I started making them earlier. Like, I'm be taking my breaks, making a video. Like, I'm turned up. Like, this is fire. I love it. But yeah, for the love of God, prove me wrong.